Hey, welcome to day 19. We're going to talk about joy in surrendered places. Have you ever won an arm wrestling match with God? Probably not, right? And I can tell you one thing, you certainly didn't get joy when you arm wrestled God for control of your life, right? But there's a joy that can come in these surrendered places. And David found this in Psalm 51:12. And Psalm 51 is where David is basically repenting and crying out and grieving and mourning because he had committed this sin with Bathsheba. And the Lord had the punishment was that this child was going to die that was born out of this sin that he committed with her. And so he says in 51:12, restore to me the joy of your salvation. And so as he surrendered in this, and then he brought it on to himself, right? But there was a joy that God did return. As you know the story, I'm sure, they conceive again, and out of that union they have, in the biblical way, the way that God says things have to happen through marriage, they conceive Solomon, right? So there is a joy that did return to him. So, but the thing is, surrender can feel scary because it feels like losing control. And I know all about this little losing control thing because that has been a struggle of my life. And I will tag that by saying, if you are a person who's gone through trauma, betrayal, especially any kind of traumatic situation in your life, you probably are a control freak. And that is a defense mechanism that we use oftentimes because control feels like safety to us. If we've been in situations where we were not in control, then we will find that we seemingly think that controlling things is going to make us feel safer, and therefore we'll have joy and peace and all these beautiful things, but we don't. Because the only person we can really trust is him. Can't even trust ourselves, right? We can only trust him. And so there is a release of this weight that we carry and these expectations, this pressure, this time on the responsibility to hold it all together. Your soul finally has space for joy to enter when you surrender to God and allow him to control your life, as opposed to you controlling things that are outside of your control. When your hands are full, joy can't rest there, right? But surrender opens your hands, opens your heart, and makes room for what God has been wanting to give you. So I want to encourage you today to surrender so that you can experience joy in your life. I pray that blesses you, and I will see you tomorrow.